Welcome aboard the Beseto Express. We'll cover 3 countries: Bei, Beijing in China, Sei, Seoul in Korea, and To, Tokyo in Japan. Together we'll explore the culture of Beseto. All aboard the Beseto Express. Korea, China, and Japan each have beautiful traditional apparel of their own. The Korean traditional dress is the Hanbok. The Chinese have the Qipao. And the Japanese have the Kimono. Now let's look further into Beseto and the elegant traditions of the 3 countries.
Hello everyone, I'm Doris Han, your host of Beseto Express. Through this show, I'm able to share with all of you the interesting aspects of the Korean, Chinese, and Japanese culture. On today's journey, we're going to take a look at the Korean Hanbok and see what sets it apart from the Japanese kimono and Chinese Qipao. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Compared to modern clothing, the traditional hanbok consists of several different kinds of colorful materials. Beginning from red, yellow, and blue, there are a number of uncountable colors. The beautiful colors of the hanbok are not only to express style, but also to distinguish the personalities of the individuals. This brilliant pink is worn by a bride on her engagement day.
색깔은 저희가 이거 한 가지점이 염색 한 60가지가 되죠. 네, 색깔은 한복은
색깔만 60가지고요.
네, 이제 이런 정도가 신부들이 주로 할 수 있는 녹색, 홍색 치마의 연도저고리.
그럼 신부 아닌 사람도 만드나요?
아니요, 이거는 이제 이 색깔은 결혼하실 때 입으실 수 있는 배색이니까 아직 혼인을 안 하셨으면 이 배색이 더 좋으시겠죠.
Long married women often wear dark blue dresses. Specifically, the groom's mother wears a blue dress, and the bride's mother dresses in pink. The red chima and the green jogori are worn by the bride.
What do you think, everyone? Doesn't this look best on me? I think I should get married, so if you're out there, I'm waiting.
How is a hanbok made? It is custom made. When measuring your size, you should measure from the neck to a little above the underarm, and from there to your feet. The purpose of these 2 measurements are to distinguish the sizes of the separately garmented top and bottom of the hanbok. This could be said to be the most important. You may wonder what is second in importance.
한복은 직선과 곡선의 조화로운 만남이라고 할 수가 있겠는데요. 보여드리자면 이렇게 베레선의 곡선이라든지 이런 돌연선 그리고 이 긴 머리의 곡선과 직선의 만남이.
A second distinguishing aspect of the hanbok is its beautiful flow of lines. The combination of strength and curved lines is the beauty of the hanbok. Now that you have learned a little about the Korean hanbok, let's look into China. The Qipao is Chinese traditional clothing. So, where can you buy the already made Qipao? Unlike the custom-made hanbok, the Qipao are ready-made. That's why there are separate stores which sell materials or Qipao. At the ready-made shop, you can select the desired Qipao.
你为什么买旗袍？
我准备结婚用的。
Although the hanbok are made to satisfy each person's needs, the Qipao are produced in large quantities at factories. Another difference between the 2 is that the hanbok is a 2-piece and the Qipao is a 1-piece. Following the hanbok and Qipao, let's complete our beautiful journey with Japanese tradition. The kimono is a Japanese traditional dress, and it is custom-made. The similarities between the hanbok and kimono are that the materials are both chosen by the individual. The black kimono, embroidered in gold, is usually worn by the bride and groom's mother on her wedding day. Single women usually wear magnificently printed and colored dresses, and married women dress simpler. How are kimonos made? As with the hanbok, the first step is to choose your material and measure your size. The hanbok is measured separately, however. Since the kimono is a one-piece dress, your size should be measured in one fitting. After a month, you can collect the finished kimono from your factory.
Recently, we took a survey to find out what people found most curious about hanboks. We took the top 3 questions and put them on this chart. Question number 1 was, trends in styles. I've often wondered that myself. Do hanboks actually follow the trends of modern today, or do they just keep the old tradition?
저고리 길이가 길어진다든가 뭐 짧아진다든가 또 깃이 넓어진다든가 좁아진다든가 또 이 저고리 소매의 이 벨의 폭이 평평하게 됐다든가 지금처럼 이렇게 곡선으로 된다든가 하는 그런
The length of the sleeve and jogori, the width of the collar and skirt, the long and short gorum have all changed over many years.
但是上半身呢，跟旗袍一样，也是立领斜开襟儿，但是它短到在膝盖以上，紧紧盖住臀部。这样呢，年轻的姑娘穿起来呢，它很有一种活泼的、俏皮的一种感觉。它搭配也随意，它可以穿一双那个。
The trend of the Qipao was revealed in the length of the skirt. The length of the traditional Qipao covered the ankles, and the modern design varies from a long to short-length dress.
最近の流行は夏に、ホームウェア的な部分として着たり。
The sleeve lengths do not change through generations, but solely rely upon single and married women. The long sleeves are worn by single women, and married women wear short ones.
The second question is, why gorum? I've asked that myself too every time I put a hanbok on. Why should we fiddle with such a hard accessory when we can just put a button to make it much simpler?
우리 옷이 그 앞을 여며서 입는 옷이 특징이고요. 그걸 여며주기 위한 그런 기능적인 요소로서 발전이 된 것이고 그것이 장식적인 그런 큰 역할을 하기 때문에
The front of the hanbok is beautiful because the gorum is used in place of buttons to decorate the dress. What about the Qipao?
但是一个很大的特点呢，就是旗袍要有开叉，两侧有开叉。那么这个开叉呢，这个是从古老的旗袍慢慢演变过来的。
With the Qipao, a gorum is not needed because buttons keep the dress in place. The Qipao is most beautiful when viewed from the side, for it has beautifully decorated slits that run the length of the dress. Now, what would be the beauty of the kimono?
その方に似合った着物と帯、柄の取り合わせ、それから小物って言います。帯揚げ、帯締め、この果てまでをきちんと揃えていただいてお召しになった場合は、やっぱりその方の美しさは出ると思いますし、あとそれもその方のセンスによりますので。
The beauty of the hanbok is shown in the front, the Qipao on the sides, and the beauty of the kimono is best shown from the back. The waist belt, obi, is fixed in place by accessories called obiyange and obijume.
And finally, our last question was, the best way to wear. Anytime someone wants to put something on, they want to look their best, so we should know how to wear hanbok properly.
우리 옷이 V자로 목선이 V자로 파여진 것이 특색인데요. 그 목선을 잘 드러나게 하려면은 머리가 아주 단정하게 머리를 다듬어서 올려준다든가 쪽을 찐 그런 머리가 어울리고요. 또 장신구로서 멋을 내줄 수도 있고요.
Now let's look at the accessories of the hanbok. The norige, a type of pendant, finger rings, and ornamental silver swords all reveal the beauty of the hanbok. The Korea traditional wedding dress is accented with beautiful hairstyles and hanbok accessories. What do you think of this Korean bride? Isn't she beautiful? When wearing the traditional Qipao, high-heeled shoes were worn and hairstyles were decorated with flowers. The Qipao nowadays are very revealing, so proper posture and attitude is very important. Representative accessories worn with the kimono are hairpins and folding fans. The kimono, which shows the nape of the neck, is surely elegant and beautiful. The hair held in a bun presents a cleaner neckline. Lately, hairstylists style them with wigs. The obi are ornamented with accessories for a more fascinating look. The first reason why the hanbok is popular is because people can easily wear it anytime, any place. This marketplace is widely known to carry over 1,000 kinds of hanbok stores. This shows how important and essential the hanbok is to the Korean people. The second reason for the hanbok's popularity is its reasonable price.
많이 싸죠. 저런 의상실 같은데 한 벌 할까 가지고 여기 두 벌 하고도 나오니까.
The price of the average hanbok is $100 to $200. This is why Koreans are able to have one or two hanboks. Look at this gorgeous hanbok. It has a plentiful and comfortable appearance. The third reason why the hanbok is popular is because it allows freedom of movement. The Qipao is not easily seen on the modern streets of China.
这是机绣皱缎蝶恋花的，它的价格呢是765。然后呢，像这边这些都是手绣的。 手绣的这种手绣紫藤的，它的做工呢比较精细。
The Qipao costs 700 to 1,500 won on the Chinese rate, what a typical wage earner makes in several months. Not many people can afford it. The Qipao are very revealing because of deeply cut slits, so proper posture and attitude is very necessary. The kimono is also not easily seen in the modern Japanese street. The hanbok is widely worn, but the kimono is overly expensive for a majority of the people to own. The kimono's cost $1,500 to $230,000. The price varies simply because of the difference in the exquisite prints and the manufacturing process. The kimono is practically impossible to wear without help. When wearing the kimono, you have to have the specialist assistance at the beauty shop. Usually it takes 30 minutes to an hour simply to put it on. Due to its expensive cost and complicated process, not many people can wear them.
除了有些外宾，他喜欢就是喜欢这样的一些东西吧，他可以买1、2件以外，其他的现在在城市里，在现代的中国已经不太流行那些。
これはどちらの国でもそうじゃないかと思いますけども、それぞれ韓国にとっても日本にとってもね、いい着物がありますのに、やっぱし年々若い人たちはそれ離れていきますよね。
Traditional dress is not readily seen in the modern Chinese and Japanese streets. The traditional clothing of these 3 countries is now seen at weddings, special ceremonies, and tour sites. But in Korea, the Hanbok has started a new trend. A casual hanbok brings out the beauty of the traditional and the practicality of modern fashion.
처음에 입었던 분들은 30, 40대가 주층이었는데요. 요즘 같은 경우는 이제 그 폭이 굉장히 광범위하고 넓어졌어요. 50, 60대 분들도 많이 입으시고 20대 분들도 많이 입으시고요.
You can easily find people wearing the casual hanbok in the modern streets of Korea.
그냥 편하게 걸친다는 표현이 제일 적당하겠네요.
색감이나 뭐 디자인 다른 옷에다가 그러니까 뒤떨어지지 않거든요. 훨씬 나으면 나았지. 그런 거에서 보기도 더 좋고 그래서 입고 다니고 있어요.
Surely we can say Koreans put forth an effort to preserve their traditions and to bring out their beauty into modern life.
Well, did you learn a lot on today's show? I sure did. It's surprising to see such a modern country can hold on to its traditional customs. Well, I hope you enjoyed the show, and my name was Doris. Until next time.